Hello everyone, welcome to Marvel Inside Out's another video. In this video, we are gonna talk about why the Eternals never interfered in Infinity War or Endgame. Where were they all this whole time in the MCU? And guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and do press the bell icon to stay updated for future videos. As we all know from the new Eternals trailer, that the Eternals have been secretly living on Earth for the past 7,000 years, masquerading as ordinary humans and sometimes inspiring a religion or two. In the trailer, one line from Salma Hayek's Jack in the latest Eternals trailer is currently being ridiculed online. That is,
throughout the years, we have never interfered. Until now.
Essentially, this line is implying that the Eternals did nothing to stop Thanos from killing half of all life in the universe. This is even stranger considering that Thanos is directly connected to the Eternals in the Marvel comics. It doesn't make much sense why the super-powered group of Eternals never bothered showing themselves in either Avengers Infinity War or Avengers Endgame to help save the universe. Yes, the events of Infinity War happened in a matter of hours and all the Eternals could have been turned to dust, but there's a likely explanation for their long absence in the MCU that comes directly from the comics. Marvel writer Neil Gaiman recently commented on the latest trailer for Eternals, saying that "I'm glad I got to touch the flame that Jack Kirby kindled on the Eternals and to pass it on." He is talking about the limited series for Eternals he did for Marvel Comics over a decade ago. In his story, all the Eternals had their memories wiped and were living like human beings with their own lives. It isn't until one of the Eternals, Icarus, begins remembering his past that he seeks out the others and attempts to convince them that they're super-powered immortals. So, in the MCU's Eternals, it's likely this plot point from Gaiman's series will be adapted. It's certainly convenient for Marvel Studios not to need a more elaborate explanation, but it is from the comics. In the comics, it was Thena, played by Angelina Jolie in the film, who married a human and bore a child with him. Instead, it seems like it will be Brian Tyree Henry's Phastos who will have married a human with their own child. Although, in Gaiman's comic, Thena's husband was killed, so hopefully that doesn't happen with Phastos, who will be the first openly gay superhero in the MCU. Additionally, fans already know that Kumail Nanjiani will be playing Kingo, a Bollywood star, with his own camera crew following him. Gemma Chan's Cersei is living as a museum curator and likely in a relationship with Kit Harington's Dane Whitman before connecting with Icarus to help on a mission similar to Gaiman's comic. More from Gaiman's comic may be adapted, such as exploring the one who erased their memories of being Eternals in the first place. Who was Sprite? Maybe it was Sprite all along. The one responsible for erasing the Eternals' memories in the comic was one of their own, Sprite, who Leah McHugh will play. A man in the comics, Sprite was stuck in the form of an 11-year-old child, never allowed to grow up or be seen as an adult by his own peers despite being millions of years old. He used his powers of illusion amplified by a sleeping celestial. He turned himself human while also wiping the minds of the other Eternals. Thus, Sprite was allowed to grow up while essentially giving his fellow Eternals a taste of humanity, something which Sprite has grown to appreciate immensely and that his fellow Eternals should too. Whether MCU's Sprite ultimately ends up being the one responsible for everyone losing their memories is anyone's guess. Still, Marvel Studios loves changing things when adapting characters and storylines to screen to throw off savvy comic fans. If them having lost their memories does end up being the case in the film, then it's entirely likely that one of the Eternals, if not Sprite, will be the culprit. This would explain why the Eternals are acting after the Earth almost ended several times by now. Eternals is currently scheduled to release in theaters on November 5, 2021. We have to wait till then to know the actual reasons that why the Eternals never interfered in any of the big MCU event. So, this was the most logical reason explaining the absence of the Eternals in the MCU till now. Do let us know your thought on this in the comments. Also, do like and share the video, and for more Marvel-related news and updates, follow us on Instagram. We will see you in the next video. Till then, be safe and be marvelous.
Picking apart what you got, ripping that thought in your heart. Yeah, 'cause you're dumb, shaking, I'm nervous, you gone. Left was just writing a song, going bum, bum, bum. Where did you go? What do I do bad with girls when I'm saying, give me some